I feel like sex is something you do with someone you like and are attracted to, and like you have like a great time on a Sunday afternoon after you guys saw a movie, and then you don't, in your mind, somehow, even though you know sex ed, in your mind, the fun time you had on a Sunday afternoon is not directly equated to the creation of a new human soul.
Yeah.
No.
And like nothing you do, I think, other than having a baby, can ever draw that line strongly enough, because you only exist because someone had an orgasm in a vagina. And like no one on earth who exists right now exists via any other creation mechanism. There are no clones.
Right.
It's all.
Well, we don't know that. I was actually talking to a scientist.
Oh no.
I was talking to a scientist the other day, and she was saying we don't know if there aren't clones that like are unofficially not known about, that are just under the radar, that are like, you know, and there was this big ethical.
You know, how do we even know the moon landing was real, right, Steve?
Boom. Welcome to Table Talk, guys. It's the show where we take your topics, dumb or good, and we put them in here, and for the life of me, we'll read them out loud on the internet. But it doesn't matter, because today we have a very special guest. Mr. Max Landis is here. I'm so excited. We've tried for a coon's age to get you on this show.
That's racist.
That's right. What did you say, Max?
That's racist.
It's not racist.
A coon's age?
It's not racist.
Are you referring to the lifespan
raccoon.
of a raccoon?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
you've
I am.
tried for 9 to 13 years. I gotta say, you need to understand, Steve, no one ever believes me when I tell them this, but people, like, a vocal minority, majority, unclear of people really don't like me on the internet.
Nuh-uh.
And
That
so,
can't be true.
So down in the comments right now,
People are already shooting.
coon's age. No, it was so funny. I was on Screen Junkies, or if I'm allowed to say.
Yeah,
that on the
say
show.
it.
I was on it, and people in the comments were like, "I opened it, I saw Max Landis, and I clicked right out."
Well, they missed out on some good shit.
Well, I was just like, "What?
Yeah.
You're so dumb."
Well, I love that they were forced. They forced
They
themselves
took
to
the
write
time
that.
to comment
Yeah,
it while
yeah.
my horrible, annoying voice.
Right?
So what do you guys want to talk about? Hey, Bree, I'm happy to see you.
Hey, Max, it's so good to see you.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to make it a lot easier. You just pull out a piece of paper and
You're good at
gonna
pulling out,
answer.
right?
Yeah, you're really, as we know, you're really good at pulling out.
This
So
could
you're
be a
just gonna-
disconnected joke throwback that makes no sense.
No, I like it.
Okay.
It's a joke from our personal lives.
That's it.
It is.
It implies that we have
Why don't you reach in and pull out Baby X?
So just read read who it's from.
Yeah.
Read who it's from. And then, by the way, was this Screen Junkies time the one where you talked about your fucking insane Lord of the Rings idea?
No,
or,
that was
or that was movie fights. Or
that was
something?
Screen Junkies was movie fights, it was movie fights. What I was
Movie
talking
fights is
about.
not Screen Junkies. That's a different thing.
Yo, in my head,
It's the same.
in my head, I'm writing. I'm at parties. I'm doing Internet Thing X.
Yeah, and then you can't keep it
You
together.
guys are Screen Junkies. Movie fights are Screen Junkies.
Right.
Schmoes Know is Screen
yeah,
Junkies.
yeah.
Nerdist is Screen
Screen
Junkies.
Junkies.
In my head, everything on the internet, it's all Screen Junkies.
That's okay. It basically is. I'm not offended by it. I don't think anybody is.
So this is, my Lord of the Rings thing. Somebody
We
made
have
a
to
trailer
talk about
for
it.
So this says, despite your phenomenal Superman work, this is Sal from Comic Pop. Despite your phenomenal Superman work, you say Spider-Man is your favorite superhero. What's your pitch?
Wait, did you say Spider-Man is your favorite superhero?
I have said that.
Okay. And by the way, for those of you that are like, who the fuck is this guy? He wrote a very awesome comic that just came out called Superman American Alien, which is now in its fourth issue?
Fourth comes out next week.
Fourth comes out next week. He also wrote the movie Chronicle.
Cool.
American Ultra.
Some people think very cool.
Victor Frankenstein.
No one thinks it's cool.
And that's your current release.
And then I have 2 more movies coming out. And but those are it's always interesting because no one knows what screenwriters look like. The only reason people care at all about what I say has to do with my YouTube presence.
Right, because you're a loud boy.
I'm a loud boy. And that's my rap genre.
Loud Boy.
I love it.
featuring, Loud Boy featuring
Charlie
who?
X.
Baby X.
Oh, Baby X, yeah.
Baby X.
Baby X, yeah.
Baby X. Baby X is so sad.
Poor Baby X.
But I did a short called The Death and Return of Superman.
Yeah.
I did a short called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
Love it.
And I did a short called The Slap that no one knows I even did.
Oh, yeah. No, I know about the slap because of Anna Laurie.
Yeah, Anna Laurie.
Yeah.
She's also in Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
Yeah, and also Whitney Moore.
The fantastic Whitney Moore.
And
holds a very close place in my heart.
She's amazing.
The fantastic Chloe Dykstra.
Chloe Dykstra,
and they have some history.
Yeah, Chloe Dykstra and Whitney Moore were both hosts on SourceFedNERD for a time.
Why is Spider-Man my favorite superhero? He is not. I have said he is my favorite superhero, but what I meant by that is he is the best superhero. My favorite superhero, the most interesting superhero to me, is probably Nightwing. Superman is the character that's closest to my heart and has meant the most in my life, and Spider-Man is the best superhero. He's the best for me, the best narrative construction, especially like your baseline, basic bitch Spider-Man. Kid in high school, superpowers, lives with an old woman who you could get away with, sneaking in late at night and changing in and out of your clothes.
Yeah, having white sticky stuff all over your room.
White sticky, it's great.
Getting away with it.
It's great. And so he's...
maybe he's not eating enough bananas.
It's like, he's got an infection. No,
yeah, exactly. He's got scurvy.
Spider-Man's villains are the perfect balance of people who were close to him and people he's never met. Spider-Man's supporting cast is as interesting as he is. Harry Osborn, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, the evolutions and directions these characters took are iconic. Spider-Man, I think, more than any other superhero, has the most well-written comics about him in the history of superheroes.
Why do you think that is?
Because he's easy and fun to write.
Yeah, because he's just a kid.
I'm just a kid. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And he's also contained to one city.
Yeah.
He's not, in your basic Spider-Man story, he's not saving the world. He's not even saving more than 7 people at a time most of the time. He's dealing with little situations, microcosmic emotional situations that are easy to understand, easy to invest in. Peter Parker's an empathetic character who's complex and tragic. He's vulnerable, which is so important. His powers aren't even that fucking good.
No.
And yet the second in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man that Flash Thompson's fist goes by him in slow motion, you go, oh, that's great. And then when he's flying through the city, web swinging in comics, that looks dumb. But then you see it in the movie and you go, that's great. Everything about Spider-Man is perfectly constructed to tell great stories, and that's why he's my favorite. Even though he's not. He's one of the best. I can talk that way about any superhero.
Okay.
Almost any superhero. I can give you 1,000 reasons I hate each superhero, and they're garbage, or I can give you 1,000 reasons I love them. Because
who do you think is hands down the worst superhero of all time?
There is no worst superhero of all time.
Who is the best female superhero?
I mean, if I have to, go in on it, I find Rogue really, really interesting. I love the setup of her. Jean Grey has, a lot of fun stuff. If you're talking about a female superhero with her own book, I really liked Stephanie Brown, especially in the early 2000s when she was the spoiler. Cassandra Cain as Batgirl, I thought was incredibly interesting. The current Batwoman, I like the idea, but I wish the way it was written was a little more grounded. I love the idea of a lesbian... super intense, badass ass kicker, but I wish she was way worse at her job, and I wish she had a more concrete set of her own villains. Because either that or was more directly interacting with the Bat family, because one of the most interesting things you can do with that group of characters is set them against an outsider who has adopted their methodology. That was really interesting when Huntress was around, or Azrael, someone who's like, I'm here to help, Batman! Oh, really? How'd you help me? I killed all these people, Batman! And you're like,
I'm helping!
I'm helping you! I got rid of Robin because he's not a good enough sidekick. All of the other obsessives.
I wish he looked like that. I wish he had the cross eyes.
Azrael sometimes does. Azrael was a doofus. I mean, I'm sorry.
Did you answer this question fully?
Yeah. That's why I have identified Spider-Man.
That was a
okay, well, guess what? You get to do something really fun with this now. You get to launch this thing into the lens of that camera. And now it seems like it's so far away.
That seems so far
That's
away.
impossible.
No, you
I
got
wish.
this.
Does any of your audience, are they aware of the physical space we're sitting in?
I think some of them are. In fact,
this is one of the weirdest physical spaces I have ever been. This is an airplane hangar.
yeah, especially with this weird
Wasn't
shit.
this an old mattress store?
I think it was an IKEA.
Furniture warehouse.
If it's a
or
mattress
something.
store, who did that to the ceiling?
Right? It was also
Yeah.
where
This
Howard
looks-
Hughes built the rocket from the Rocketeer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then he jumps out and grabs the plate. You know what this looks like? When they jack off stallion horses to get the cum, and they put that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, and this looks like that, but for Godzilla.
What?
You have to see it to understand.
Yeah,
it.
don't
That-
show them
that-
it.
Why are they jacking off horses? What do they
To
do
get
that
their
for?
cum to make new strong, right? How
To
do
make
they?
baby
make
horse
glue.
X?
No.
To make glue.
To make
guys-
webbing for Spider-Man.
Obviously, horse
You
semen
gotta
makes
fire this
glue.
shit. Will you fire it, or are you scared? Oh, Max Landis is scared!
Oh. Do it.
Like that?
Yeah. Try to get the lens. There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
See? Not so
could
far
get
away.
I'm too good at pulling out.
You really are.
Okay, what's next?
Go ahead, Bree. You
All
pick.
right. Okay.
What do you think about that Kanye tweet, by the way?
Which one?
The Bill Cosby. Did you see it?
Why do people listen to anything Kanye says and be like, I'm offended about this?
I don't know if it's like...
Everything Kanye says is just like, yeah.
But the problem is, like, here's my thing. Little kids look up to Kanye as if he's like a king, like a god, essentially. And if they're gonna listen, if he's gonna say something like that, he should be a little bit more careful, maybe. I don't know.
But his
Maybe if
brand
it's
is
just
to
for the
just
kids.
Be, like, kind of no filter.
I don't know. You have a responsibility for the kids.
Mitchell Gosser. Uh-oh. This guy tweets me all the time.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like him. He's one of my favorite followers.
Okay.
He's been around on my Twitter forever. There's like a number of these guys who have been around my Twitter
You
for a
got
long
you some
time.
loyals.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I like him. Mitch Gosser says, "What is hashtag Landis Pokemon? I ask because someone has to. Otherwise, any idea for a third Daros or Wrestling Isn't Wrestling video?"
Ooh.
So, yes, I do have an idea for the third Daros Wrestling Isn't Wrestling video. It's to take the Robin album, Body Talk Part 1. The first one of them is about comics. The second one is about pro wrestling. And I think the third one is going to be about pop music.
Wow, you got this planned out.
It's to take that album, dissect each song on it out of order, and reveal through a short film that the album is actually a concept album about a woman who is cheated on, reinvents herself, breaks up with the boyfriend, misses him terribly after her reinvention, misses him every day even though she supposedly moved on, builds a time machine, goes back in time and wants to spend time with him as a friend, ends up sleeping with him, and being the girl he cheated on her with originally.
Whoa! Okay, that's cool.
And I asked, I'm trying to get Robin to actually be in it.
Whoa,
holy
she
shit.
is incredible.
She is incredible. And failing that, I plan to try to ask, silence your fucking
That was my
phone.
baby.
That was Baby X.
And
Baby
it's Joe
X.
Beretta, by the way.
Oh, hey, Joe.
It's a
Thanks for
text from
being
Joe.
in Death and Return of Superman, Joe. Good to see you at the Phi the other day. This is the worst thing I've ever done online.
He just texted me, what the hell is going on over there? Why?
But no,
This is insane.
so yeah, and like in each of my three, the Spare Time trilogy, I call them because I do them when I have spare time and I make them with my friends. They're about something, but they're about something. The first one is about the death and return of Superman, but really it's about the suspension of disbelief. And after you violate that contract with the audience, stakes stop. Why are you looking over there like you have PTSD?
She's scared.
I'm scared. I'm nervous.
She's getting
Where
some-
is this gonna go?
She's
Okay.
got some NAM flashbacks.
Yeah. Keep going. No.
She's
Keep
thinking
going.
of
Okay, the first one is about Death and Return of Superman.
Yeah.
But then it's really about the suspension of disbelief and the contract with the audience. They're all about writing and story. The second one is about Triple H and professional wrestling, but what it's really about is the compulsive nature of storytelling and serialization in human culture.
Sure.
And the sort of end thesis of that is that wrestling is a part of that, and that all forms of storytelling are valid and important. And that's why at the end of Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, if you've seen it, it suddenly gets kind of serious and
Yeah.
like more intense and less people running around backyards throwing paint on each other.
So even though wrestling is fake as hell, it's still a story.
Wrestling is not fake.
It's still a story that...
Wrestling is not fake. Would you describe Game of Thrones as fake as hell? Would you describe Doctor Who as fake as hell? Doctor Who looks worse than wrestling.
Yeah, you're right.
The lowest production values in TV history.
You're right.
Wrestling is not fake. It's staged. It's a stage production that is held at a level that most stage productions could only dream of.
Have you seen the wrestler?
And it's real in here.
And
the wrestler.
It's also
not fake.
It's not fake. You are. I mean, like I have friends now. I have many friends in professional wrestling. I think my contract's finally coming up, and Lord knows they don't listen to me.
Wait, are you gonna write some wrestling?
Well, no.
stuff?
I've consulted for them. Here's a secret. I've been a consultant on WWE Raw for the last
Shut
year.
up.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but
Does any of your stuff creep through?
not really.
Shit.
I would occasionally say stuff like, add another member to the Wyatt family, or like, make it so the NXT divas come up. But I think other people were saying that shit too. My big thing that I would say was always, just always the same thing every week. I would say it needs to be cohesive. The best episodes of Raw are ones that don't feel like a variety show. They're ones where each segment blurs into the next segment, and things that happen at the beginning of the show affect every character.
Right.
It's a cohesive universe. Every episode needs to be like a normal TV show.
Sure.
You can't have the women only interacting with the women, the mid-card guys only interacting with the mid-card, the nobody guys only interacting with the nobody guys, and the top guys only interacting with the top guys, because that creates a vortex of boredom.
Yeah.
And the best episodes of that show have always been ones where one thing happens at the start that sets ripple effects throughout the entire thing. And
they don't do that anymore.
They don't do it often. I don't know. We'll see. I might end up continuing to work with them, but they're their own thing. And when I was brought in, there was really a sense of like, why should we listen to him?
How did you get brought in?
Well, with Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right?
Wrestling Isn't Wrestling led to NBC Universal being like, hey, do you want to try to help us talk to them?
Well, because you obviously know what you're talking about in Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. That's
Right. I'm having a big call with them tomorrow to decide the future of that. But I just realized that I don't think that I'm supposed to keep that secret anymore.
Oh, cool. So this is an exclusive?
Ooh.
We just got an exclusive.
Yeah, we'll see how quick they fire me now.
No one watches this. It's okay.
But thank goodness. I'm so relieved I can be on a show that no one watches. Is this the Victor Frankenstein?
It is. Yeah, it once was good, and then it turned out real bad.
I never said that the movie Victor Frankenstein isn't reflective of my script.
But other people can say it.
I would not say that.
We got another exclusive.
Yeah,
I would not say that. I think that movie is great.
I think by not saying it, you're saying it.
No.
No.
How do you find the time with all this like wrestling shit and your TV shows and your movies?
What is Landis
What the hell's going
Pokemon?
on? What is
That's
it?
what
You
I
tell
wanna
me.
know.
Does he? Wait, you don't even know?
What is hashtag Landis Pokemon? Why do I keep tweeting about Pokemon? I don't historically like Pokemon. I'm not a big fan of Pokemon going back a lot of years, but suddenly I seem to be learning a tremendous amount about the property Pokemon. I seem to be spending a lot of my time dedicating myself to figuring out the dramatic and narrative dynamics within this world.
Did Nintendo reach out to you? Is that what's going on?
No. But it is interesting. What's the next question?
Wow, shit! You're keeping it a mystery, huh?
I think we're learning a lot.
I think we are learning a lot.
We're learning a lot for a little, you know?
We're learning a lot of vagueness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I obviously ate, this is from Perno. I obviously ate something in my stomach. I didn't agree with me, and it threw up in a trash can in my office. No, I'm not hungover. Where's the weirdest place you have vomited?
Oh, that's a good question.
What are you guys?
Well, guess what, man? I haven't thrown up since 2nd grade. I was like 9 years old.
Do you drink?
Last time. No, I don't drink at all.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, I don't drink at all. And I'm very careful with what I eat, and I got a stone stomach.
Shit. Okay, how about
So
you?
I don't have a funny story. I threw up in class. That was the last time.
I'm not a vomiter.
Very
but
very
I did
embarrassing.
throw up at a fair from a ride.
That doesn't sound
Like
very
a
fair.
baby.
Was it fair?
I hate you. I hate you so much. No, it was.
What do you mean like a baby? What happened?
Because as an adult, I go on rides and roller coasters all the time, and I'm totally cool. I don't get sick or anything. But I went on this it was in the parking lot of a church. Sugar Ray was there, guys. It was amazing.
No wonder you threw up.
The presence
And
of
that's
Sugar Ray.
why I vomited when they came on stage and they said, How's it going, Sherman Oaks? We're Sugar Ray.
Oh my God.
Sugar Ray in Sherman Oaks. I'm about to vomit right now.
I know.
How's it going, Sherman Oaks? Is that the most embarrassing thing he's ever said, you think?
No,
That
Mark
was-
McGrath says more embarrassing things every day.
Can I just say, I haven't cried so hard because I was laughing so hard. Like,
Wait,
it
did
was,
you
like,
watch the
best.
whole concert?
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, when was this?
This was
Yesterday.
last summer.
Oh my God.
It was yesterday. Wait, it was last summer?
It was actually last summer.
Oh, shit. How does he
Yeah.
look? Does he still have frosted tips and, like,
Little
a goatee?
bit. Little bit. I mean, yeah. Okay, so it was like, it's like the church or like the school that their kids go to. So it was like a.
So they paid for Sugar Ray to be there, you think?
I think Sugar Ray probably.
Someone
volunteered,
asked a
and they were
student.
like,
Sugar Ray
"Do
paid
it."
to be there.
Yeah.
Listen, I want access to all the rides, though, all right?
At
Is that a good Sugar Ray
Comic-Con,
impression?
at Comic-Con in 2010. So I vomited. I'm kind of a party guy in some ways, and I used to be even more of one. I vomited a lot of crazy places, but by far the craziest place I've ever vomited in the craziest way I've ever vomited was at Comic-Con in 2009. Comic-Con is my Mardi Gras. If you see me there,
Okay.
I've
That's
seen
where
you
I
there.
met you.
Yeah,
we saw
I
you
was
last year.
drunk.
Yeah.
when you guys met me.
You were
So
all
was
over the
I,
place.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. I was so drunk.
Yeah, you were pretty
When we
fucked up
met.
too, yeah.
I
was taking care of you.
I do not remember meeting you. So and I always say if you met me at Comic-Con, you did not meet me at Comic-Con.
Well, this is what happened. I was like, Max, what's up, man? And you're like, I know you, but I don't really know you. How do I know you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I told you how we know each other. And then I was like, you're like, well, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, I think we're gonna go to the Playboy party. And you're like, fuck the Playboy party. You're like,
I am never trying to get into the Playboy party. The Playboy party, because you wait for an hour to get in, and you know who's in it? People who don't know what Comic-Con is. They don't,
Right.
they don't want to be there. Here's where I'm going. I'm going to the other part of Nerd HQ.
Right.
I'm going to if there's Maxim and Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
And then hotel parties, and Geek and Sundry.
the big Geek and Sundry.
The
one's
fun
good,
Geek
yeah.
of Sundry.
Okay, but
Yeah.
vomit.
So in 2009, I've been at all these parties. I think it was a Twilight party, like a big premiere party for Twilight. And I was
Where the kids died because they were hanging out outside. Remember that year at Comic-Con?
that was the other year.
That kid died because they were hanging out all night to
Yo.
see the fucking...
Dude, my friend Matt got like alcohol poisoning and hypothermia at a Twilight party.
Oh
Yeah, I was like, I had to go to the hospital. And I saw him early in the night. I was like, dude, you seem drunk. He was like, no.
Oh,
I was like, Twilight. But no,
Party hard at the Twilight
not
party.
Matt Bennett.
I was going to say, it's
no.
got to be Matt Bennett,
No,
right?
it's my other Matt.
Matt Lucas.
No.
So vomit.
Yeah.
So vomit. So I took a bunch of shots. I drank a lot, and I was talking to this girl, and I don't remember what we were talking about. And she was like, "Yeah, you come back. Me and my friends are doing this thing at the Omni or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll go to that." And I was like, "Oh, I think this girl likes me. Maybe this girl is inviting me to a thing at a hotel." And I got very excited, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, man, cool." So I leave that party, and I'm like, oh no, I'm way too drunk to go hang out with this girl.
Were you taken care of? Did you have people with you who were...
No. All my friends
Smart.
All my friends had gone to other things and were spread out, and this was before I had a big group of friends that all went to Comic-Con.
Right.
Most of my friends were in LA during this, or had just moved to LA from Miami, or and so
Where was Whitney
I had
Moore
just
at the
moved
time?
out. Unknown to me.
Oh, you didn't know her at the time?
I met Whitney in 2010.
Because she's always at Comic-Con.
Yeah, and me and Whitney we go way back.
Yeah.
But so
You leave the party to the Omni. You're going to the
so
Omni.
I leave. Sorry, now I'm thinking about Whitney. But no, I leave the party. I'm like, I'm too drunk. I know what I'll do. I'll do what I did in college, where I just what always sobers me up is I just take a run. So I start running. I run around the block. It's working, and I feel pressure right here. It doesn't feel. I don't have pressure here. I don't have the like that.
Yeah.
I feel a completely different thing. I feel pressure here.
Like a heart attack.
And so I turn, and I think I cough. But as I cough, I feel something go and go past my teeth.
Gross.
And
Gross.
I will remember this for the rest of my life. It was a perfect sphere.
What the
It left my mouth. It flew out that way and hit a wall and exploded into a sunburst. And then like hyper compacted. It hit a sunburst, and I stopped. And I went.
So it looked like the thing in Explorers that was flying around the room in that scene at first, and then it hit the wall and
Joe Dante's The Explorers. Yes, and it went poof like that, and I went like this, like crazy. I felt way better instantly, and a bunch of people who were outside of like the spaghetti factory, I think,
the old spaghetti
factory, go like this. Whoa! Like that. Like they've never seen anything like it in their lives. And I've never seen anything like it in my life. I've never thrown up that way again. I've always wished that I could summon that. Like a Pokemon
like a
attack.
demon.
Like Kirby.
That's seriously like a superpower attack.
Like that, and it flies out and it's a perfect ball.
Were you write it into a script or something?
And I made it to the girls.
And you were fine.
Thing. I was not fine. I was super drunk and I got too sleepy. And I fell asleep in that girl's room on a chair.
Well, she had a great night then.
She had a great day the next day.
Oh, okay, you made it up to her.
I made it up. We're friends still.
Oh, good.
But
did you tell her about the sphere puke?
Yes, she knows all about the sphere puke. And by the way, brings it up again.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a great story.
As something she missed.
You know what
she's
made
sad she
these
missed
stories
it?
even better is if Sugar Ray had done the sphere vomit on stage.
What's up, Sherman Oaks? Yeah, he's doing the sphere puke. No, it's 1998 all over again.
Wait, can I say,
say
because I don't have my own cool puke story, can I just throw one out there that, pun intended, that from a movie?
Throw one up there.
Yeah, throw it up.
Can I throw it up there? The funniest vomit scene in a movie ever, other than the Team America vomit scene, where the puppet is puking for like 30 seconds. Or what is it, like a minute? It's like a full minute of the puppet puking. Do you remember in 4 Rooms when, in the Robert Rodriguez one?
Fantastic.
The Misbehaviors or whatever, when when Tim Roth, like, he's finally like, all right, fine, I'll move the fucking mattress to see if there's a dead hooker. And she's like, there's a dead hooker in there. And he's like, shut the fuck up. And he moves the mattress and he sees the dead hooker. And the shot right after, it cuts from the dead hooker to Tim Roth. And he goes, what the fuck? And as he's saying that, puke is shooting out of his mouth. So he's puke talking. And I've never seen it in anything ever. It's literally, here, let me see if I can do it.
What? What the fuck? What? Why? Why did
I couldn't even do it right.
Why did that have to happen?
Because I want to see if it's even possible.
Well, you don't have a machine connected to you. You know, that is a genius scene.
It's so good.
That part of 4 Rooms is the best.
Yeah.
Red Bull smells so bad. It smells like puke.
What does Red Bull puke smell like? Just like Red Bull?
What did the one you took say? Let's keep doing this. I want to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
doing this all day.
All right.
I want to do a bunch
This is
of
going to be a long one, DJ. Fuck it.
Yes. Yes.
Daniel Yaboa, Bam Yaboa,
Sure.
asks, at SourceFed Up to My Knees, if you can suplex anyone in the world right now, who would it be and why?
Do you know what a suplex
like
is?
Soup plantation. Like take
Is
them
it
on
like a
date
clothesline
to
in some way?
A
buffet.
suplex is any
We
move.
doing a soup
A
plantation.
suplex, as I understand it, is any physical wrestling move wherein you get a lock on someone and lift them up and over your head. The most common suplexes are like a front headlock suplex, a German suplex, back suplex.
Which requires great physical strength to
requires
pull off,
great
right?
but I can do it. We can do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I'm saying we can. I could do it to her.
Do it to Bree right now. Can you
Yeah.
do it to Bree right now? Would it hurt her real bad?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do it.
So,
It'll be fun, guys.
no, so I have done it to someone.
Oh.
My friend who was very drunk. I German suplexed him into a bookshelf.
Sorry, Owen.
Oh my god.
But it
Wait,
was,
really?
Wait, we have bead bags. We should do it.
We'll see if we can do a
we're
little
gonna
bonus
hurt
content.
ourselves. But if
you've done it
if you
before.
could pick up anyone over your head and slam them to
With
the
the
ground.
intention of hurting them? Or does this hurt them every time?
In theory, if you did it in real life, it would definitely hurt.
Okay.
I know my answer immediately.
You do?
I want 2 people to suplex each other.
Oh, you don't want to be involved.
I don't want to be involved.
Wow, fuck. Do you want to see Bernie Sanders suplex Donald Trump?
No.
Because I would love to see that.
I want Donald Trump to suplex Ted Cruz. But I want
I understand your logic.
I want Donald Trump during it to really hurt himself because he's too old and weak to do it. So it doesn't look like a triumphant thing.
Right. He thinks it's badass midway through.
Yeah.
And then he breaks his back.
Yeah, they're both very injured. But I feel like Trump, like Cruz and Trump go head to head, and Cruz says something Trump doesn't like, and Trump like physically attacks him, and so like they both look bad.
No matter, there's no one coming out of this.
They both get hurt. And it's a GIF. It's a GIF.
Best GIF ever.
I can see it in my head.
That's a beautiful image.
Wait, but Ted Cruz could kick the shit out of Donald Trump.
He definitely could not.
You don't think so? I think he's got that inner.
There's something
strength.
wrong. There's something wrong with Ted Cruz.
He's the type of guy who has like the physical strength but lacks the grip. So it's everything.
So he's
is
clumsy,
just,
is what
he would
you're
just
saying.
drop him. Like he would be like, "Argh," and like super angry, but he just wouldn't be able to.
You think
do
he's too
it.
much of a klutz to
Probably.
do it?
I believe in Trump's grip.
Yeah. That guy's got a hand.
That's the
good
only
hand
thing
job
I
grip.
believe in with Trump is his grip.
You say a good hand job grip?
Yeah.
Kung fu grip.
He's got that masturbation muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know that dudes?
What kind
saying.
of show am I on?
Let me ask you this question. Did you know about Kung Fu
about.
grip on jerking off? Have you heard about this? Because you brought up like a grip, right?
Yeah.
Masturbation
Apparently
muscle.
some dudes don't realize they're gripping themselves too hard when they jerk off, to the point where the only way they can come in any other normal circumstance is for someone to Kung Fu grip them hard till they come.
I have experienced many women who don't understand, like that they can't go like that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, but I think the motion is that.
Yeah.
And also I think a lot of guys are so happy to be getting a hand job
That they don't say
They
anything.
don't say anything.
Yeah.
But like, did you hurt yourself when you were learning?
When I was learning how to jerk myself off?
Yeah.
No, I never hurt myself. No, because I didn't think porn was a guideline for me. Like, it wasn't a guidebook, because dudes would be like, yeah! I would just be like, whatever felt good to me is what I was doing.
Good for you.
How about you? Did you hurt yourself?
Yes.
You hurt yourself jerking
Yes.
off?
Yeah, same.
Yes.
Your own
Jerking
penis?
myself off. Yeah. I mean, when you grow your fingernails out as
Oh!
See, I've always wanted to know that. As a girl, tell me about that. Because girls have their long-ass nails.
Yeah.
And
You have to be
lesbians
so
have their
careful.
long-ass nails. What are they doing down there?
No, that's always in porn when the girls have the super long French
Yeah, what's
manicures,
going
and
on?
they're
That
doing
is
that.
always,
Yeah.
to
I'm like,
me,
no,
in
no,
porn,
no.
Right?
That's how I know porn stars aren't like, they're just doing it because they have to do it.
You
And
wanna
they're
know-
not into it.
Oh,
Because there's
shit.
a certain
That's
way
how
that you
you
finger
know?
a girl, and sometimes when you see those long-ass fake nails, you're like, that fucking hurts.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they're shredding it.
They're shredding.
Did you guys ever? Oh, did you know this? In
I-
Ghostbusters, really quick, super fast. In Ghostbusters, they've got the big hard plastic proton packs, but for the stunt scenes, they had stunt packs that were made out of like soft cushions, so that the guys could fall back on them and it wouldn't hurt them and it wouldn't break the packs. In porn, do the girls have like soft
Ew.
nails?
Everything
That's
you're saying
so
is so
scary, and
horrible
no.
and creepy. No, you want to know my thing with porn that like has ruined porn for me completely?
What?
Like real porn, not
Yeah.
not amateur porn. Everyone
Don't
in
do the
comments-
whole fake boobs.
No,
Don't do that
everybody
whole thing.
everyone in the comments is like, amateur porn is actually, I only jerk off to videos of young
These
Swedish
fucking
women talking about
snobby
science.
porn
No, you'd be
people.
amazed. Every time you bring up porn, everyone gets mad. No,
Fucking
you know what ruined
snobs.
it for me?
What?
And this will ruin it for you now too, warning.
It's already.
I'm ready for
I have a
this.
very specific porn
Okay.
that I watch.
How dry everything is all the time.
Yeah.
There's none of that weird ectoplasm. There's none of the ectoplasm
You're right,
I
you're
associate
right.
with
real sex?
a positive sexual
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
It's always like dry. The penis comes out. It's completely dry.
You're right.
And then it goes in a butt and like it's like well.
And it's dry going into a butt too.
Yeah, dude. It's all dry. Everything's dry and weird.
So
and,
it's like torture. You're
well,
saying?
no, I'm saying it looks like two people who don't much like each other having sex they don't much like having. Also, it has no peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
Sex is all peaks and valleys,
yeah.
right? Like, I mean, like, and that's why a lot of sex, like, the normal time, like, average American sex time is between 5 and 15 minutes.
Right.
And in porn, you're doing 6 positions. It's all, like, all the porn you see is so inorganic. And I do think it teaches kids wrong stuff about sex.
Right, because it's 14 minutes of the same shit.
And
For
not,
like,
not even 14 minutes. It's like 40 minutes. Like, it's like a
Oh, Max Landis buying the premium porn. That's
No,
40 minutes.
Everybody knows Bing video search, safe filter off, is the best pornography website. This is the end.
I go to Reddit for my porns.
I was gonna say this is the end of my career.
Talking about porn?
But I realized I've done so much worse than this. We're pretty safe.
We're keeping it real.
I'd love
We're
to
on a
see the
level.
peaks and valleys of your, like, going too far.
I
Well,
would love to see your porn.
This is what, okay, let me put it out this way. This is
love
what a
that.
real porn should look like. You tell me if I'm wrong here. It should be like a good 7 minutes.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of like, should we fuck? I think we should fuck. You want to fuck? Let's make
No,
out.
you gotta go right into it. I'm
Or
sorry.
maybe, no,
Come
let's
on.
do it real life. Let's do
Anybody
real life.
really like this build-up?
Let's do
porn
real life.
build-ups?
You guys are watching How to Make a Murderer. What's that show called?
How to Make a Murderer.
How to Make a Murderer. You're watching it on the couch, and then suddenly there's like some hands going.
Your bodies are getting progressively closer.
Closer,
together.
yeah,
And,
and
she's doing that thing, or they put their weight against you.
Yes.
Anytime someone puts their weight against you. It means
Well,
they're
and then
interested.
they're making eye contact with you, but you're still watching because you're like, oh shit, what's happening right now?
Oh,
and then she's like,
This sounds like you're recalling a specific.
Yeah, I don't know. What you're...
listen,
Aren't you guys dating?
listen, this isn't about us. This isn't about us. We'll just talk about this later, okay?
It's not about us,
not
except
us.
for How to Make a Murderer came out like
In fact,
a
guess
few
what?
months ago.
No, she doesn't like How to Make a Murderer. She doesn't want to watch it. She says she's
you were
bored by it.
cheating on me?
No, it was not How to Make a Murderer.
Oh my god.
It
Oh
was
my
just
god,
an
it was
example.
one of those?
It was an
that we're
example.
gonna watch it together, and then... Oh no, he was actually cheating on you.
No, because I just haven't seen it either, so I couldn't say anything about it.
So
Sure.
you invited your friend over.
Rob
another
Fee.
Maybe
female.
Rob and I were
Fee.
watching How to Make a
And Rob
Murderer.
Fee
Oh, it was a
staring,
boy.
Rob Fee was staring at him.
Yeah, I tried to
And
FaceTime you and was like, look, it's Rob. Pretty look. You didn't answer. Do you remember? Is that okay, though?
Yeah, that's okay. No, if it's a boy.
So, hold on.
If it's a boy, it's okay.
Okay, let me
It's not
sum it up.
I hate that. I hate when people say. I hate
that.
when people say
if
if
it's
it's
a
a
girl,
girl,
it's that.
because you know what? That's saying girls are fucking objects. That's
Exactly.
saying
No,
you-
I completely agree with you.
If your girlfriend is hooking up with someone else, there is a high chance that that person could be unstable, could want to be with your girlfriend. Doesn't matter if they're male or female. Monogamous relationships should be monogamous. Open relationships should. I don't believe in them, but I think you can just date someone casually without it being your boyfriend or being in an open or girlfriend or in an open relationship.
I once dated a guy who said that if I hooked up with another girl, it would be okay.
That means he thinks you're an object to me.
Gross.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
It wasn't me, by the way.
Bye-bye.
Sick.
Porn should be slimier. It should be slimier.
Slimier?
Because porn doesn't have slime, and it should also have breaks. Shouldn't there be breaks where you're like, okay, let's hold on for a second?
Well, it depends. It depends. Like it's that thing like sex is different like literally every time.
Yeah.
Like if you're paying attention. If you're not paying attention, you're having bad sex and you're doing it every time. But like if you're paying attention, it's a different thing. Like almost every time. So like really what porn should be, if they wanted to make porn look like real good sex, for first time, two people who've never fucked before having really good sex, reliably looks like this. Oh, well, maybe we'll make out. Oh my God, making out with you is doing something to me. Really suddenly, very good sex, 7 to 15 minutes, 2 positions.
Two
Yeah.
positions. Okay, can we keep it at 2? Because there's nothing worse than coming during a position change.
You're
Am
right.
I right?
But
right.
this is a stolen joke.
Is it really?
This is a stolen joke
What if
from...
I unzip myself and I'm
Wait,
Amy
is it really?
Schumer?
No,
Amy
no, no.
Schumer? Is it Amy? Amy Schumer?
It's, by the way, girls, it would be
This
very hard
isn't a
for...
joke, but this isn't a joke.
It's not a joke. It's hard. It's especially...
I know that people have said this before. This is a thing that is a frustration,
I just
and
had
it
a
is
friend
a funny joke.
steal a joke.
Not my joke.
And I don't know how to
Lil
confront
Dicky.
them.
Oh,
Lil Dicky.
your friend stole your joke?
Yeah, I don't know-
It's
I don't
off
know.
from Too High.
From, yeah.
I came
Okay, it is
when
from
they're
that.
changing the positions.
How do I confront someone who's stolen a joke of mine?
Well, can I tell you something really weird about my career?
Yeah.
I do uncredited rewrites occasionally
Sure.
on things that get made.
So like
And-
ghostwriting, kind of.
It's a different job. But one of the
Oh, okay, great.
one of the weirdest I'm sorry. One of the weirdest things is hearing someone in an interview being like, they go like, "How do you think of that scene?" And they go, "Oh, this way." And I go, "I thought of that scene," but I like,
yeah.
and
You get real angry.
yeah, but you know,
But what about if it's a friend, man? How do you confront a friend?
none of my jokes are funny enough for anyone to steal them.
All right. That's
What's-
a good answer.
Do you know the joke? Can you say the
I don't
joke
want to talk
without
about
saying
it.
the
I don't want
friend?
to talk about it. We can talk about it off camera. It's too much.
Okay, how would I confront them? in person.
Yeah?
To their face.
Okay. All right, literally one more and then we're done. Literally, that's it. Is that okay? Okay.
I was having so much fun.
Max is having fun. Can we honor our guest who's having fun?
This is a boring, bad question.
Get one more. Let's make it good. What's coming up next for you, by the way, Max? What are you excited about?
So much.
What's like the big one that you're excited about?
I'm not allowed to say.
Shit.
I have 3 big ones that are, I'm finally at a stage in my career, and it took long enough, where I can start really trying to put my money where my mouth is, because I'm so outspoken and I always am like me, talking about movies and stories and stuff. But then, the movies that are made of my stuff, no one reads screenwriter scripts.
No.
Right.
So people are like...
Unless you're Tarantino and they release it at a bookstore.
Yeah. I mean, and so I'm good at that part of my job. I'm proud of that. I believe in myself in that. And they're available online. You can find them. But the movies made from my scripts, the marketing for those movies, the way they're executed, are so out of my control. And I'm such a dummy that people associate me with those movies that I'm relieved to say that in the coming years, the coming 3 years, the stuff coming out from me, like post this summer, is going to be much closer to what I've been trying to achieve.
That's really cool.
It's hard. I just made the mistake of like opening my fucking mouth and doing dumb YouTube stuff, and now I have everybody telling me I'm a sexist. Okay.
Mary Sue.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
She is a Mary Sue.
Ooh, Bree? Bree's a Mary Sue?
No, Bree.
Yes, I am. I'm so good at everything.
Bree is a well-drawn, relatable character.
Aw, Bree.
Thanks.
I'd kill to see you in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I think she'd be great in a Star Wars
I think you'd
movie.
be great.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think she would have done well in Room. Who was that girl that was in Room?
Oh,
Brie
so
Larson?
Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
Room.
Kicked that girl
Oh my
out.
god,
She
I was
would've
sobbing during
fucking
Room.
Niagara Falls.
You were so wet. No, I have this ongoing problem, which is I love so many movies, and I'm always tweeting about like, I love this movie, I love that movie, Creed.
Oh, I saw people shitting on
And
you. Like,
people
why don't you like
always say,
movies,
you
Max?
hate all movies.
I get it too, man.
I'm like, girl,
It sucks.
it's
Max, what a goddamn blast. It was
Jesus
having you
Christ.
here. It was a blast having you here.
Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency will be on last quarter of this year, and I'm doing a show with Mike Diva, and I have my Superman comics still coming out.
I didn't know you were doing a show with Mike Diva. That's
short.
cool. Oh, a short. That's cool.
Just trying to support my friends working out here. Channel Zero's on Sci-Fi Channel in October.
What's the Douglas Adams one? Is that the
Dirk Gently.
Dirk Gently?
Mr. Right just had a very weird trailer come out today, but Mr. Right's a fun movie. Comes out on a date, and then the movie I wrote and directed, Me, Him, Her, comes out
That's
also on a
exciting.
date soon, and that is a very silly movie about gay people being weird.
Yay! My
Not
fave.
since the Gods Must Be Crazy has there been a movie about gay people being weird. Guys, thank you for joining us on Table Talk. What a fun time with Max Landis. Please come back and chat with us some more.
Sure.
We would love that. And hopefully it won't be another Coon's Age before we get you back
Oh
here.
God.
Guys, thank you so
Here
much
we
for
go.
watching.
I'm going back on Jezebel.
Use the hashtag Table Talk to send in your questions, and you go to that Reddit, the subreddit r/SourceFed, to submit your questions there. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Brie Asterisk. Don't
this is
forget to
Max
check out Nuclear Family.
Oh yeah, Nuclear Family is good. Sketch is funny. Goodbye.
I'm my dad. Follow me at Up to My Knees on Twitter. I'm my own dad. I'm my mom too.
We're gonna have to cut to a clip.
Oh, no goddamn ding ding way. That did. It hit the side of the lens.